Hey guys, welcome to Bywell, where for the second week we're in, I've started filming and it started raining. However, this time I'm just going to crack on. This week I'm taking a look at the Invictus Artco. If you remember, this was launched a couple of years back now at the BSS, but it was in such high demand there was no chance of me getting a press gun. However, one has become available, and I thought I'd take a look because it's really interesting from time to time to actually pick up a gun that I've reviewed in the past and sort of validate or don't validate my original opinion on the gun with the passage of time, right? How has it stacked up over time? How has my opinion evolved given other guns that are in the marketplace, etc., etc.? So whilst this is a new Invictus, it is just a coat of paint, effectively. It is a new engraving pattern and a pretty one at that. It's just, this is still an Invictus Sporter. Mechanically, the gun remains the same. And as I said, it's kind of interesting to take a new look at a platform when something new happens. The Invictus itself, as you know, it comes in many, many grades. You've got the 1, the 3, the 5, the 9, the high pheasant guns. There's a bunch of other special editions. They tend to be quite aggressively priced. I don't know off the top of my head, I'm really sorry, what the RRP on this is. I'll put it just here. But they are priced to compete roughly in the sort of upper end of the mid-range against the likes of the DT11, Blaser F5, etc. F3, sorry. Well, let's do the oily bits, and then we'll talk shooting impressions. As usual, 32-inch or 30. This one's a 32. Multi-choke. The guns are supplied with an absolute raft of chokes. You get 8 chokes for the gun. Pattern really, really nicely. Nice extended black chokes that work very well with the gun. It's a real selling point. They are well spec'd and well looked after. It's a definite USP for Caesar Guerini. 18-6 board, 3-inch chamber, superior steel proofed. The gun weighs in at £8.11 in this format. This is the standard flat rib sporter, not the Ascent or the taller one name, which escapes me right now. Rounded sporter forend. Forend button is on the end here. Unique feature, we get an adjustable forend, so you basically can tighten this gun up if it gets slack over time, although in fairness, not aware of anybody who's had to do that. Similarly with the interchangeable trunnions and the lockup plate at the bottom, all interchangeable. Don't know of anybody who's had to do it. But nonetheless, a very clever design. As I said, no differences mechanically. Adjustable inertia trigger, nice and crisp. Top lever is a top lever. Barrel selector safety on top, and they fixed that issue that I had with the Mark 1 effectively, where it was too easy to catch the barrel selector. Grip, nice palm swell, laser checkered, nicely figured bit of timber on this. The palm swell is not too aggressive, but it feels quite nice. It's just, you know it's there, but it's not ridiculous. It's just well sized. Coming back into the stock, it is an adjustable comb with a standard sporter configuration, 15-inch length of pull on this one with this pad, and 35-55 out the box drop. The real difference in this particular model is, of course, this Artco styling. I super respect Caesar for doing something different, for really kind of throwing the rule book out and doing something interesting with effectively a mainstream gun. Krieghoff have started doing it. If you've seen my gun, it is definitely a Marmite thing. There are people who absolutely love this and people who don't like it. Same with mine. The action itself is actually really interesting. If you get into it, you've got these kind of the side plates effectively, which have this kind of nice linear Artco design and this kind of racing stripe going down the top lever, and then again reflected in this sort of panel underneath the action, and then on the trigger guard. But then where we've got this kind of hemispherical, kind of almost like a crescent moon, it goes from dark on light here, but then as you go around the gun and come up here, it's actually light on dark, and the transition is very, very subtle, something it takes a little bit of noticing. Do I love it? No. If I'm brutally honest, this, like, I respect it. I think it's interesting and it's different and it's pretty, but it's not my personal taste. and that's absolutely fine. You know, if we all like the same things, it would be a very, very boring planet. What I do like, however, about the Invictus is it's absolutely impeccable shooting manners. There are some guns, of which I count this as one, that you can just pick up and shoot very well immediately. They're just instinctive. They just shoot very, very well, and they kind of don't require you to kind of figure out how to shoot them. They just work. Now, I'm not everybody. I'm not saying I'm anything special, but I shoot different guns all the time, and it's a peculiarity that I notice when I'm picking up different guns. Sometimes they need a bit of recalibration. You might need alpha slab before you figure them out. This thing, just very, very easy to pick up and shoot well straight away. No issues with the gun's manners. It's well balanced. It swings well. It's measured, but not too much. It actually, I shot this for 2 weeks, and I've only measured it there half an hour ago and figured out it was a 32. I actually thought this was a 30-inch gun because it felt 30-ish, which I know is odd, but it's just, I don't know. It shoots very, very well. Certainly no notes there. Wood to metal fit is excellent. Look, man, it's an Invictus. I've already reviewed the Invictus, and I think they're a great gun. That opinion has not changed. And certainly in light of the time that's passed, how Anglo and Caesar have looked after the market in the UK. They've really got fantastic after-sales support. They look after their customers, and their warranty support is excellent. So it's all good. Yeah, not much else to say, guys. If you like Caesars and you enjoy a bit of difference in terms of design, then this might very well be something for you. If you enjoy the channel, please do comment, consider joining, help us out. But if you can't, do please subscribe or comment below. It all helps. If you want some money off a set of air defenders, the code is there. And if you want to get some merch, you know where to go. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.